probably this would be a little bit better. Hopefully. You'll tell me if the sound is way too quiet or should be louder. Welcome. I see we have a couple of people already joined. My name is Kata. You probably came here through the Discord link, so you probably already know me. For those who don't, who will be watching this recording, this is the 5 Minute Friday stream that we do every Friday here together. Yeah, I already gave a little message. Basically today I will have some updates about the Discord server. Afterwards, let me set sure, let's have this opened. First, I'll tell about the Discord updates. After, I'll tell about some updates about the 5 Minute Friday format. And afterwards, we'll go actually to the mural board where we will talk about what I did during the week. So you can consider that a little sneak peek. I would say there's pretty much done during the week. And also I've added a little Friday tracker so we can actually see how many weeks we have before the end of the year. But let's keep it maybe somewhere like this. Well, talk about the updates. Basically, first of all, Discord updates. I finally set up the help forum correctly. So now if you have any problems, you need specific advice on your animations or in the specific software you're working on, you can always check out our new support forum where you can basically type out your requests as much as descriptive as you can, and our helpers will basically help as soon as they're able. Same goes for the reference and inspirations forum. There was also something wrong with the access to it, but I think I fixed it, so you'll be able to basically watch it, use it as you want to. And let's go to the main thing. You already noticed by the name of the stream today, and also through the description, and also through the Discord update, that I basically wanted to change the format of 5 Minute Friday for so long. I didn't like that it was so much focused only on me, because there's like a huge community. Well, for me, it's huge. If I imagine it in the classroom, it's very huge. We have a community of artists who are also very, very talented, and I'm very sad we don't get to feature them more. So here I want to make this kind of change, I guess, and I want to basically make 5 Minute Friday more open for other people. And I've decided a good way to do it would be inviting you to the streams. And I want to do it in a very specific way. I want to have people who are doing projects, long-term projects, anything more than 2 weeks, or maybe 2 weeks if you really want to participate. You can basically submit a project, what you have done, what you're planning to do. We'll discuss more in terms of timing and planning, and how often would you like to meet and come to the streams, because it doesn't have to be every week. If you're busy, if you have a job, if you're a student and you have your own shots to complete and assignments to be done, you can always come to streams like once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks and keep us updated. I just thought it would be a very good opportunity, first of all, to share the spotlight, because I would love to have people to chat with, and also I would like to have different projects from different people, because I love watching them and seeing how people progress and work them step by step. I think is very interesting. So if you have a project you've been working on, and you've been working on for some while, and you feel that like the perfect motivation boost would be something like, I don't know, we have on streams like what, up to 10 people at the time, and some people watching the recording, and also you can be sharing everything you do for your project in the 5 Minute Friday subfolder. So you just have like the, I think, best amount of people to actually keep you accountable and keep you updated, and then it will kind of keep you motivated in the beginning, and we'll see, maybe this will be the perfect boost you needed. There is a couple of things like you need to do to be able to participate in the stream. I think that would be fair. It's first of all being consistent with what you do. So every 2 weeks you probably have to give me some kind of update. I'm not your supervisor, and I'll never like tell how you to do stuff, but basically for this format to work, you need to be able to present your updates on a given time you find comfortable with. So yeah, if you have a project and you want to be a part of the streams, even though there's not a lot of people, but I think it's like the perfect cozy startup. I mean, it keeps me motivated. You know, getting these like reactions, so people getting interested in what you do. I think yes. I think I said everything I wanted to say. I said some updates about the Discord, that you can use the help forum now as inspiration forum. I said that I'm looking for submissions. I'm gonna post more rules to submit your project, I think, to the Discord server once I kind of figure them out. But I wanted to give this as a kind of first announcement to people to look for. And I think you can already look through more info. I think I've already updated the event on the Discord server. And it has a little bit of text, and also you can always check the YouTube description. I think it's a little it's better worded on text than the way I say it now. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the project I'm doing. And I think if we'll have multiple projects, we'll just either have like one mural board where everyone will share, or everyone will probably have some kind of little presentation that they'll do. I don't know. That sounds very exciting, because I've been so lonely here for so long. Before, 5 Minute Friday was on Discord, and I really liked running it on Discord because we like got to animate for a long time and we got to chat with other people. So yeah. Let me look. Yep. So basically, in updates in the mural board, it's also available. I think it's either available in the description and also on the Discord channel as well in the 5 Minute Friday. I've added a little tracker of the weeks we have before the end of the year. I've actually googled. There's actually a Friday tracker, and counting this Friday, we have 45 weeks, 45 Fridays before the year ends. And I want to finish this project before the end of the year. Probably would love to finish it sooner, but knowing me and knowing that I would love to take a vacation for a couple of weeks there and a couple of weeks here, you know, I need to give myself a little booster before I actually go. So when the week will be passed, like this one, I'll color the little tracker red, and we'll be able to see how much there's left. You can also see that I've colored them in like different colors, and you can probably figure out that they belong to their respective same colored boxes. So this is all the time I'm taking for pre-production. This would be the approximate time I'm taking for animating, and this is the approximate time I'm taking for post-production. Actually, the time is going to be probably a lot different, but it would be interesting how in actuality I will get to see how much time I usually take on the project, which also will be, I think, very telling. So as the work for the first week, I did some basic character design and a little bit of prop design, and also I've completed the very, very basic storyboard where I kind of at least outline where I would plan the characters to be. So, and yeah, as I told last time, these streams are going to be shorter. They're going to be a lot easier to digest, I think, in retrospective. So yeah, I'm probably going to talk about my updates. Then I'm going to remind you that you can also send your work in and we'll be able to watch it all together like this. So initially, let's start with the storyboard, because I think it's the the longest kind of running bit out of all of them. I've created it, I think, 2 weeks ago, the initial version, and then I had to tweak it because initially I created it to a song by Fiona Apple called First Taste, which is amazing. Amazing song, amazing singer, just no comments. But I thought that it wouldn't be a very good idea to have something that I'm working on, especially on YouTube, that is copyrighted. because it will just get blocked really, really quickly. So I started looking through different music, and I started looking through classical music. I say to you like this, but I'll put in the little note that I wasn't looking through classical music. I actually looked through a couple of like funny meme stories, like reels on Insta, and I found this music by Sergei Prokofiev, which is part of the Romeo and Juliet opera, theater, ballet. There's basically this very famous composition called Dance of the Nights, and I'm using just a little bit, and I've decided to do it accidentally, and turns out the beat completely fit. So let me just go into my music, turn it off. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear the music, but I'll turn it off anyway in case, you know, it actually works. It probably won't. Let's see. Let's see. I'll press play, and I'll play around with the desktop audio. Maybe it'll work itself out. Huh. And it's not working. Okay. Well, this one doesn't work. I don't know which one works. I mean the I'll let you watch it as it is. So, swings it back. And slice her head off. Don't even want to see it. I don't support or not condone. It's a tool. I should probably click off the, what do you call it? Whatever you call it. Shame the audio didn't work, but the Miro board is always available, so you'll be able to watch it in your own time whenever you want to. And in other things, I've created a little storyboard. Maybe I can... No. I'll show it later once I figure out how to get the recommended videos out, because I don't know what's gonna pop up next. Let's go to the character designs I did. As you probably saw from the storyboard, I have two characters. One's gonna be a knight, it has like a big sword, and the second is the vampire who's being like hunted and being attacked. And I had the design of the vampire for a very long time. As you probably remember, I did like a bunch of drawings beforehand. I did drawings of both of them, but I don't know, they didn't really stick. As you can see, here is the previous design. Ooh, my computer's lagging. You'll have to excuse it. I think these were the last kind of designs I did, catering to something more simple, maybe possibly animating. Don't look at the hair here. It's absolutely not viable. I would never be able to animate such detailed stuff and actually be happy with my result. And yeah, I think this was the last portrait before I actually started actually thinking about the character design. And here we went through a bunch of references, and I came to this version over here. So as you can see, I changed some stuff. First of all, I started with this little drawing over here. I think I did it like at the same day I showed all of my references. I was kind of so inspired by all of the stuff I was looking through, and I was explaining everything and like explaining my choices, why I added. And I kind of decided to use all of that fresh info and kind of try dump it into this kind of version of the character. And I really liked it. It's still kind of closer to the old one. It has like a big poofy hair, but I've decided to go from a double M&M that goes straight in the center. I decided to crook it a little bit to give it a little more asymmetrical kind of design. And I think it looks nicer instead of being like very symmetrical. And also I changed the dress a lot. I think the previous one was very hidden. I wasn't like revealing a lot, and it had like huge puffy shoulders that were in the way. So I went, but I thought this is too complicated. The things in the bottom, I'm sorry for the low quality, you'll have to excuse me. The things in the bottom are too complicated and kind of, I'm not sure how it's gonna animate if she's gonna like run. So I decided to play around. You'll see these one later, but I decided to play around again with the style, making it simpler, more closer to the original, not using any lines, so it's just like colored shapes. Went through a couple of versions of them standing in a profile, 3/4, looking for like proportions that I like. But I think her head is like too squished out there. And from there on, I decided to look through different styles of clothing I could actually put in. So my first version was this one, which is, I think, compared to the rest of them, is really kind of crooked. But it's always, I think, important to put your first thought down. You also have to be very nice to me because I'm sharing stuff I don't like as well, so you know how it actually goes, for those who don't know how this goes. And then I started kind of brainstorming, taking images from my references and just trying the stuff out. So here I made like a long train with the big puffy sleeves, which also like a lot. I made this kind of, I don't know, a victory dress. She has like beautiful flowers here, which I think would be appropriate before like a different setting. Then I have this one, which was already closer to what I had in mind. I had like the big puffy shoulders that didn't really clash with the rest of the stuff here. Had a pretty ripped kind of fabric here, but didn't like how it ended. I think it went a little bit too close to the legs and it gave like unnecessary details that would be hard to animate. So I started brainstorming about how to make the train. Okay, my computer just kind of farted a little bit. Hopefully nothing will turn off right in the middle of the session, but who knows. From there on, I worked and looked at the shape of the dresses that could be done. And then I had a little eureka. I thought, what if I put a really simple shape and put like extra details within the shape? So I'll have to, like, I'll just track it in multiple steps. I'll track the first shape first, and then I'll do the little rips. And from here, I came to the idea of having just a simple oval here that will basically be in the main kind of, what is it, petal shape from the flower. And it has like a little oval in it, and the little oval just has a couple of triangles in it. And I think that would be very, very easy to track and very easy to play around with. Same goes here. And yeah, I think that was one of the biggest decisions because the rest of the stuff was kind of already decided. I really thought a lot. I should have showed it from the... Wait, give me a second. I'll show it in a better way. Where is it? Bam! There we go. That way I'll be able to actually see what we have. Wow, these are very good character designs. Thank you. I worked really hard on them. I worked the whole week. I even sometimes join the Discord and I just like practice without mic. I'll also, if you want to, I can also explain how I chose, like, what do I usually do when I do character design. I didn't go through any character design courses. I've met during the creation of the short film in the animation school, AnimationClub School's courses on the short film creation. There's a visual development mentor. His name is Andre Sitari. And he also gave me like a lot of feedback back then that I remember. So yeah, these the character design, I think, yeah, this is a little bit better quality. I thought about the face a lot. I still want to change it because it doesn't really show the intensity that I had here. I think her face is a lot more kind of like she has a little bit of like a bestial side to her, you know? Oh, it's still showing. Oh, I wonder how big the delay is. Hopefully not that big, because I'm looking at my little monitor and it looks like I'm still not as the mural board. I'm still discussing something like very, very long time ago. And here is the new face. Actually, this is a very good way to look at them. together. I like the intensity of the new one, but I think this one is much more suitable for animation. It has like very simple shapes that are very easy to track and follow. And I think also making one earring instead of two kind of these complicated earrings into one simple but very like it's a statement, you know. The only thing I kind of think I don't like about this design, especially because I talked about the shoulders over here, is that the bust over here is on the same level as the shoulder. There's like one person watching. Okay. I wonder if that because you can't hear me. But basically, I want to change the bust of the shoulder from going down to going like higher up, like over here. So you'll actually be able to see the torso turning without any additional detail. And here everything is like on the same level, which makes her more of a like a, you know, those like hairdresser stands where people like make like hair, I don't know what you call it, make them cuts like mannequins. She looks like a mannequin now, and I want to like break this up a little bit. But in terms of everything else, I think she already got a kind of satisfying look. We'll see. I'm actually planning to ask for some feedback from our mentor, actually Andrei Sitari that I mentioned. So hopefully he will have much more to say about the character. Well, this was the reason why I didn't want to show the I didn't want to show the, what do you call it, the iPad screen. So let's go back to the stuff while I'm still unregistered. Going back, also I had the vampire, but also I had the knight. I'll just sit a little bit on the mural board and then I'll go and show it in like a big way. So the knight, it has a very like long story. First of all, I had like a lot of designs and concepts attached to this character in specific, and all of them were kind of not appealing enough for me, and I couldn't choose what I actually wanted to do with the character. Don't look at the side profile. I did it yesterday evening. I was very tired. I will redo it to make it look better. I also need to do the back, but I think that'll be a lot easier. Just copy paste stuff. Let's see. Am I still unregistered? No, I'm not. So let's go through this one on the iPad screen so we won't lose the quality as well. So here is the front view and the side view. And here's all the versions I thought about doing but didn't do. So we'll go through them one by one as well. I kind of started with just drawings of like gauntly knights. I had some references, but they were like much more noble. So I think that's why my design kind of skewed into that area. But then let me find one specific design from my reference file that I want to show you. There was this one I really liked. There we go. Yeah, this one. I really like the silhouette, even though it has like, I wouldn't say like a lot of rendering, but you could feel the 3D structure of it, the texture, and the very, very stylized hands. Like they're very big, they're say a lot about the silhouette in general. And I wanted to capture it some way. Sorry, I got hiccups. That's what you get when I have 1-2 people. I start getting anxious. I just talk my head over. Hello. Hi. Hopefully you can see everything. Where was I? Yeah. So it basically shifted my idea from having like this kind of knight who's more gauntly and thin to someone more bulky, more scary, I think. And you can also see it from these. This was the first design I did. I was watching Fear and Hunger at the time, and there was a section with the druid bird fighters that have like a mask of an owl. So I thought creating something like this would be cool. Also, as you can see, like I referenced a lot of stuff. And I use a symmetry tool as well because I wanted to get the basic shapes and the symmetry and then try to break it out. basically. Then I decided, why not go for more of a mecha kind of thing? Something a lot more alien, something a lot more foreign. Maybe that would also be scary. And I did design of this kind of corvid fighter that has a long beak, but I think a long beak would be very hard to translate, especially because I have like one shot. I'll show more. Oh no, it's showing the storyboard thing with the with the images. Maybe I'll cut it. I don't know. And for those who'll join now, they'll go like, oh, what was the moment she's so embarrassed about? Did we try to draw or write story for comics? For comics, no, I'm not very much. I mean, I like comics, but I'm not very much a comic. Hey, Ace, nice to see you. I was going through. Oh, you're back. You were away. But no, I didn't do a lot of story comic stuff. Mostly animation. I like more. I would love to try like a webcomic. I was reading this one very interesting. I'm derailing, but no one cares. I watched this very cool webcomic about this dystopian village where everyone wears like a cat head, like a costume or something. And they had this really cool shot in the beginning of season 2 where you kind of scroll and there's like this forest, everything, and then you see kind of the road and the car driving on it, and it gets like really, really intense. I found it really beautiful. Actually, even these two characters, I try to create some kind of webcomic with them, with that format of like frames flowing into each other through scrolling, but I never got into it. But let's get back on track. So I created this kind of insane design. Then I was like, welcome and registered. I don't know why. It shouldn't do that. Then I created this design. Sorry, because I think I thought I went too much away from the kind of cursed human thing or whatever. So I decided to roll a little bit back. And as you can see, I'm finally getting impressed by this big silhouette arms. I like a lot. And I added this, and as you can see, they'll only grow from version to version. They'll just become bigger and bigger. And also like basically the face mask. I used a couple of them from the references. I've also compiled from the shapes of the helmets. And there was one with basically this kind of mask flipping on and off. And I thought, oh, a mask would be interesting. That's a character. They maybe had like a more of a friendly history together, but they're now kind of blinded by rage or something. So having something covered eyes would be very cool. Well, it's not a webcomic. This is going to be an animation, but thank you. I have taken which reference? You can also go to the Discord server. The reference is over here. I have everything available. I'm not the author of the references, but you can go through them if something is up your ante. I have like Fair Maiden references. I have weapon references. I have knight references, and I also have background and shot design, which I'm gonna do later. Next week I'm probably gonna do like environment design and also look through compositing examples and like shot designs. I'm gonna go through like a bunch of animation shorts, taking a bunch of screenshots. But yeah, this is the references I'm referring to. So yeah, from these kind of arms, I decided, ooh, why don't I go a step further, making something like demonic? Because I had like a lot of different kind of designs of these different like creatures, and I thought using kind of an animal head as a design for a helmet would be really cool. But instead of an animal design, I went through like, I think this was also like my main idea. I think I was like copying a bunch of references from like different animals and trying to turn them into helmets. And as you can see, I'm adding like the hair. In the previous one, you can also see some of the hair like locked and like going through the armor, kind of showing like this, as if they were like shoved into it, you know? What else? Oh yeah, here I'm kind of working more on the idea of adding this kind of idea. Plus, I thought it would be really interesting and ironic if the character who had like covered face and the eyes would have a logo of like an all-seeing eye, you know, kind of doing this justice. So you kind of, your brain would think like, who is the bad guy here, you know? Even she looks threatening, but the other character looks nonetheless scary. And I also like the shape of the head, the shape of the stuff, but I thought it's a little bit too complicated. But maybe I'll return it because I'm not really satisfied with what I have now. From there on, I decided to play around more. I gave a little mustache. I like the shape of the hair. I think it really works well, but I think the legs were a little bit too kind of mecha and a little bit too hard. And then I created some of like this design, I think, where I played around with the legs. These are very similar. From here on out, I kind of try to specify some places of the design. You can see the hair is different a little bit, the shape of the eye. Maybe this one was oh no, this one was created later. I like this one in terms of the arm patches. I think they went really well. And from here, I decided to break the symmetry and make the character a little bit more scary. So instead of just a human, I decided to create like full-on skeleton face. And you can't see it here, or maybe you saw it. The jaw, I wanted to make the jaw kind of unhinged and like just rattle somewhere there. And I'm actually thinking of like breaking up the jaw more, maybe like going to one side or maybe pulling it a lot more, so it'll be a lot more scary. Just like this unregistered word on the screen. So these were basically like creation shots, and from all of this, as you can see, I compiled and started changing up the stuff, which I don't like. I don't like how I lost all the detail to the head. I thought it would be much more interesting to have like a simple shape of the head. And I decided to make it a little bit unsymmetrical, less symmetrical. I ripped one of the hands off because I'm a very good human. I care about my about my creations. I struggle with drawing clothes. Maybe we should have like a live session drawing some clothes and drapery. That would be interesting. I'll put it down. Give me a minute. I'm actually putting it down. Draping session. Okay. What was I talking about? Yeah, I ripped one of the hands off of the knight. I made the hair a little bit more scraggly, but I don't like it, and I don't like how it looks in the profile. I think everything is a little bit too mushed up, and it doesn't look as effective as it looks from the front, which is a shame. And also, I'm still struggling with the colors. As you can see, the vampire design was a lot more thought out because I was drawing her a lot more. And the knight is something I'll have to probably struggle more next week. So yeah, also created this kind of big hand, and instead of going for a circular eye or something more, I decided to go completely geometrical just for the sake of easier animating, so I wouldn't have to think about these kind of angled, curved lines more. And this eye looks goofy. He just looks goofy. I wanted to basically imitate with the hair, because the hair and the jaw, they're the same color. I wanted to make the hair almost like a spine sticking out of the back. But as you can see, I couldn't do it. Not everything is a win first try. Even though they're kind of good, I think they could have been a little bit better. But I'm still showing them. This is the first week. I've been mostly focused on the vampire design. This was created in a lot shorter time span. And yeah, as you can see also, I tracked some of the proportions to make them look accurate inside and in front, because I'm going to use it as a reference for my layouts and like compositing. Ooh, sorry, I missed a couple of messages. What software you draw and edit do you prefer more than others? In drawing on the iPad, I prefer Clip Studio Paint. It's really good. They have a lot of free trials. I'm using the X version because they allow to use unlimited amount of frames and basically have like a lot of features. And in terms of, I don't know, collecting references, Miro. And in editing, I use also a program called VCDC Studio, which is like very bare bones kind of editing studio just for putting like just a bunch of images together. But I think it's free completely, and it's pretty light, so my computer can use it. And I didn't understand your last message, Ace. Maybe it's just a lack of my brain power, but rephrase it if you can. So yeah, this is the design of the knight. I like some of the parts. I think some of the parts look intense, especially the face, the long scraggly hair, and the two long teeth, and them kind of just like chomping. I think maybe like having a couple of shots, not a couple of shots, but maybe like in a shot where you could see the face, you could have like a little rattle to the bone to kind of add to it. And then from the knight, I'm not gonna jump to mural board, back to it. Here are the props. And there's not a lot of props. I'm also gonna work on them more. I think I need a couple more weeks to get everything settled. No, don't delete the message, Ace. You could have just like written another one. I'm sorry. Now I'm embarrassing you more, but did you delete the message? Whatever. Don't ask me. No, ask me, but like, I'm sorry. So this was the sword. I'm still kind of thinking on the sword. I think it's not exactly threatening enough, but it looks kind of good with the knight in tandem. It has a little bit darker shade to it everywhere, so it will be able to stand out even if it's on. Well, I don't think it's ever going to be kind of in the same space as a torso, but it might be. Most likely it won't be. So hopefully I can keep it the same tone and color. And also the hand. I have the hand in side view and in front of view, but as you can see, I did the side view very, very quickly, and I don't like some parts about it. First of all, it's not lined up properly with the side view that is the original. And second of all, I do not dig the way I did the logo. So there's probably another thing that will have to change. And yeah, I just want to compare and contrast to the knight I had before to the knight I had in my color case, as I call it. This one is a lot more threatening, I feel, than this one, but only because this one has like special additional effects to it. For example, let's go back. I'll go kind of back and forth. Wait, let me do it like this then. Yep, there we go. So I'll be able to click quickly through them. So this was night number 1 and night number 2. And also, you know what? Let me turn off the special effects so you actually be able to see what I had drawn. Well, maybe I'll add a little bit so you won't lose the silhouette, because I think without it, it's a little bit too similar in tone. So this is what I did here. How long did it take to make it? These images, this took a week from start to finish. I started on Saturday last week, and I think the last thing I did was yesterday at like 11 p.m., which was the night side profile. That's why it's the most kind of rough. So, night here and night here. A shame I can't do a cape made out of hair, which I think would be very, very pretty if I had like long, very long strands of hair. But I think it would be a nightmare to kind of figure out and animate. But maybe I very much like how long and flowy this is. Shows the track of time better. And here, more looks like, I mean, it looks like hair, but it's a lot more straggly. A lot less, you know, woo, more kind of like, yeah, that looks like long hair. I want to change the vibe of it. What else? I like how I use the red to frame the eye of the face here and here, even though it's completely accidental. I use the very dark green color initially for this. Also, I think, yeah, I should make the character a bit more bluish rather than greenish. Maybe somewhere more in the grays and the blues. Color is absolutely not my strong suit. I will probably ask someone who's good at coloring to help me do the color script and everything, because I probably won't be able to handle it. So, also, don't look at the colors yet. I did everything in a week. What else? I mean, I do like the scraggly arms and legs, and like the big arms compared to the little wrists. And when I have everything so wide, I can't appreciate the thin and gaunty. Maybe I can have one leg without the boot. Maybe I can show like the bones or something. Also good. I'll just put like the word bones here. So in 2 days, once I come back, I'll be like, what was I talking about? Maybe. Plus, it would be really cool. Let me actually try it. So this would be forgot the name of the bone. This would be like bone number 1, 2, 3, maybe like this. So it would be just like a sticking bone. Maybe I could have like a ripped. I'm just trying some ideas out. Something like that, maybe that would be interesting. It would be very hard probably to track, so I'll probably have to think a lot about how much lines I put into it. Oh, thank you, Ace. Bye-bye. It's okay. That's why it's recorded. So everyone can watch it at their own time. Let me see. We're already in the part where I'll probably sit here for like half an hour, just kind of thinking what can I make better. Plus, you can always text it in the chat if you think there's something like that can be done to make it more interesting. Feel free to. Are you waiting the Inside Out 2 from Pixar? Yes, I am. I really liked it when it initially came out. I like the emotions, the way they were portrayed, and kind of maybe like a big slash. It didn't even make it red. The bones could be red too. It'll add to kind of the gnarly feeling of it. Hmm. Okay, maybe. Hmm. Let's make it easier. Maybe you can go without a hand at all. Or maybe you can go like this. Sorry, had to check a message. Mm-hmm. This will be like a cut straight through one, and we'll have like maybe something like, ooh, maybe. You don't have to make the bones very complicated for them to work. I can just like give an approximation. It would be very hard, I think, to draw in the profile. I prefer good pay and social security. Don't care how it's gonna happen. But I think is the most important. I think doesn't matter. I think different people thrive in different places. But a lot of freelance kind of positions came from. I'm not a social expert, but I think it came from having on people who are in the company and hired for a long time. It's like more expensive for companies. They don't like to do that, and from there, kind of freelance became like a thing, and now it's from a freelance. It's like it goes to like little gigs, and I don't know, both, all good. As long as there's like good pay. Maybe something like this. Let's see. Well, I think. Okay. What if I go and make the whole leg over here? Just kind of scraggly. Oops. I will leave a little empty space in between the two bones. This is definitely an idea I can play with. I don't think I like how it looks now. Maybe if I do something like this. No, it looks like a boob. Maybe like this. I can have like an easy cut. Like a boob cut like this. Hello! Hi, how's it going? Let me return the hair. There it was. I also decided to make the hair long to kind of add some special stuff to the silhouette. But now with the burn parts, maybe I can even I don't know, I'm kind of getting excited by new possibilities. Because I have to create the illusion that it's like almost like a suit of armor. Like there was a human somewhere like long before, but no more. It's just like a monster hunting. Or I can change the legs at all. I can just I'll just add a new layer so we won't lose what we have done. Bam. Let's go like this. No. Still want to have like stuff here. Maybe I want to have a boob. You want to have a boob? Where do I want to put a bone? Oh, oops. There we go. Sorry for the redrawing. It is what it is. You like my sketch? Thank you. I like my sketches the most too. Once I like flip into rendering and stuff like that, it gets complicated. There we go. Let me just paint the rest. Also, we can add lighter fabric here, so it would actually have a difference. So we won't have like one extra detail over here that I always have to track and keep in mind. I will just have like two big blocks of shapes. Like this, maybe. Yeah, I think it works better. Let me just correct the foot. More or less. Oh, no. Merge. Yep. I think it would be better if I changed the legs. It would have more of a zombie feeling to it. Okay. And the hair can be shorter as well. I don't have to make it that long anymore. And we can have like one strand that goes up here. And one extra. Let's see. Bigger strands of hair in the back. Or also I've been thinking, since I'm already kind of playing out with the design, maybe I can even change the hair. For example, I can go and I can actually go to a specific layer. There we go. And let me delete the hair extensions I put here, so we won't mix them up. Okay. And over here, let me just, oh, oops. Let me blob them out, because I want to play with different hair. I didn't watch Ben 10. Maybe I should then. I was kind of when I was thinking about this design, I was like, this feels too familiar. Maybe it's the face. I don't really like the face either. Maybe I should go back to the mask thing I had. The hair. Let me remove the side and the little thing. Yeah. There you go. Thinking maybe they could be, since I already have kind of an interesting silhouette going on, I can work with that. Maybe I can even add like a little bone sticking from here somewhere or something. Let me move it so you can see it. Yeah, like that. It can be like a little bone sticking out. I could add and try to replicate basically this kind of long flowing feeling. And we're gonna do it through longer hair strands. They're gonna go through here, maybe pile at the feet, maybe go like super long that we won't be able to see it. I was actually thinking about now, we can actually, oh yeah, there it is. Let me only turn off the blaring music because I have the knight over here. And then she falls down from the back. No running shots or anything. So I can make the hair super long if I'm willing to. Maybe? Let's try adding some long, luscious strands. I'm making, oh no, yes, I'm drawing it the wrong layer. No! Leave my bones alone. Maybe you can add like long hair. Make the strands bigger in the back.
Too many strands, I don't like it.
Here comes the symmetry tool. It's gonna help. Hopefully. Maybe I can make the hair all over the shoulders? No. Puffy hair like this is way too... Here, I can make it like... Okay. Like this. And give him Sailor Moon hair. Or maybe I can like the hair can imitate parts of the body, like the ribs. The ribs go like this, but maybe can you have hair that go like that? A secret, because I work freelance. I don't work for a specific company. But we have students who already worked like at different stuff. You can actually, if you want to watch people who like were students of ours and now working like in the industry or doing something else, we had a very good stream called Graduate's Journey, which is more focused on talking about like stuff like that. We have one actually very impressive. No, not one, two. Very impressive. No, even three. All of them were really impressive. Something like this to make it kind of complicated. A little bit too much. A nightmare to animate. What else? We have shoulder blades. We got shoulder blade here. I really like the idea of combining the ribs and the hair in some kind of tandem. Maybe it's something I will have to work on during the week. And I think next week, actually, while I'm still here, I want to maybe even do some goals. Because probably I will think about the hair shape later. Maybe you can also send me, if you have any ideas what I can do with the hair, maybe you can send me your ideas and I'll be able to work and try something with them. Here are the little wings. Or I can make like big wings like these. Pink that in the hair. Or like give him cat ears. I don't know. But let's actually set like stuff for next week. What we're gonna do. Let me get the browser back. And let's go and create a week 2 goal. Here we got week 1. Let me just do this. Shwink. Yep, there we go. Now we'll have week 2. I will realign them later. I just wanted to do it in front of you while you're still, while everything's still recording and people still watching. For week 2, I think I'll have to update the night, update the props. I wouldn't say the vampire's design is completed, but since I will get some feedback, I want to get the feedback first and then potentially if I'll get the feedback. So first one will be upgrade night. Now watch me not know how to use Miro. Upgrade night, upgrade props, start environment design. And I have to again remind that I'm working mostly in like values and not in colors, so the colors are definitely going to change in the future, but yeah, I just wanted to set this properly. So week 2, ding, now we have a line going to it. So yeah, I think this is a good time to kind of finish everything off. I'm gonna think about the hair later. I even drew a little bit. It's so nice to do that on the streams once in a while. So on week 1, as you can see, we created some designs, a storyboard, some visual props. Next week we will work more on them, and yeah, hopefully around week 3 I'll be able to get some feedback from other people on what I'm working on, and we'll be able to go in the future. And after we have the designs ready, we'll move into the layouts. So yep, I don't think I have anything to add. Thank you for sticking out for so long, especially if you're watching this live recording, however you do. And yeah, again, if you have a project you also want to showcase on the YouTube channel and kind of meet with me once a week, we'll get to talk about our projects and everything. Of course, DM me and we'll figure everything out. And I think, yeah, I don't have anything to add. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for being here. It was very nice to meet all of you too. Bye bye bye. Let me just do this first. Okay, now I'm ready. Wait. Okay. It was nice to meet you, Kata. It was nice to meet you too. Okay. Now it's definitely for me. It's time to say bye bye. Thank you, though.